Let us start with understanding what are streams and different types of streams. First, stream is nothing but it is a sequence of data that is being moved from one point to another over time. So in short, stream is nothing but data in motion. So whatever data we are having, that will be moved from one point to another, and it is used to process, read or write data piece by piece, and it is called as chunk. So complete data you will not be receiving at once. Chunk by chunk, that is piece by piece, you will be receiving data using streams. It is used to process data piece by piece without completing the whole read or write operation, and therefore without keeping all the data in memory, which simply means piece by piece it will be sending the data, and at once it will not send whole data, and it will not complete entire read or write operation. This is what we can perform using stream, that is data in motion. For example, if I just want to read some file data using stream, what I will do, I will just read part of the data using stream, and with that data, whatever I need to perform, I will just perform all the operations, and then I will free the memory, and this entire thing is going to repeat until the entire file has been processed. So this is how streams will be working. Part by part, data will be read and operations will be performed, and simply it is just going to free the memory so that it can continue with other operations. Streams are not only used for reading the file content, it is also used when the data is moved over internet. So from one computer to another computer, if I just want to transfer the data, in that case also streams are widely used. As well as in the same computer, from one file to another file, if I just want to transfer the data, then also you can use streams. So nowadays streams are everywhere. And the main idea of Node.js is to process streams of data in chunks. Chunks simply means piece by piece data. As they arrive, instead of waiting for the entire data to be available before processing. So as I mentioned, once you receive one chunk of data, you can perform the operation without have to wait for entire data for its arrival. And stream is nothing but it is built-in node module which is inherited from event emitter class. Okay, complete event emitter we have already seen. The stream is also going to inherit from event emitter class. And whatever different types of streams we are having, they are basically instances of event emitter class. But make a point, directly we will not be using stream. Instead, we will be using stream with other modules like FS module, HTTP module, which we are going to see later. But next lecture, using FS module, I will tell you how to read the data of the file and how to write the data to the file using streams. So real world example, consider YouTube, Netflix or Disney Hotstar. All these are streaming companies. What they will do, they will follow the same principle and they will stream the videos online, so that whenever user requests for some video, user don't have to wait for entire video to be downloaded. For example, if you're watching YouTube video, you don't have to wait for entire video to be downloaded. Instead, what YouTube will be doing, chunk by chunk or piece by piece, data will be sent and it will be received by the user, and immediately user can start watching the video without have to wait for entire video arrival. So whatever principle we are having related to stream, it is not just about Node.js, but it is true for computer science in general. Now here I have opened one YouTube video. If you see, you can see here, chunk by chunk, I am having this video. If you just see here, at once, entire file will not be loaded. Chunk by chunk or piece by piece, once the data is ready, I will be receiving this data. And immediately I can start watching this video. So if you see till here, my data is arrived. So piece by piece, I will receive the video until my entire data arrives. I don't have to wait. Immediately, I can start with watching the video. Okay, same thing. You can also watch in Netflix. You can also watch in Disney Hotstar. Entire videos will be streamed, and in similar pattern, you will be seeing the content. So streaming makes the data processing more efficient in terms of memory because there is no need to keep all the data in memory. Very important. So using stream is more efficient in terms of memory. And coming to file transfer, same concept will be applied whenever we are transferring one file content to another file content. So here I just want to transfer file A content to file B content. So here also I don't have to wait for entire content to be saved in temporary memory before moving it to file B. So here the contents will be arriving in chunks and you transfer in chunks while the remaining content arrives over time. In doing so, we are preventing unnecessary data downloads and memory usage. So stream is nothing but it is a sequence of data that is being moved from one point to another point over time. But now you might have question how this sequence of data is moved from one point to another. So for that, we should understand buffers that we are going to see later, and using buffers, sequence of data will be moved from one point to another. Now let us see different types of streams. We have four types of streams: readable stream, writable stream, duplex stream and transform stream. Readable stream, it is used for read operation. Writable stream, it is used for write operation. Duplex stream, it is used for both read and write operation. Transform stream, it is a type of duplex stream where the output is computed based on the input. And as I mentioned, each type of stream is an event emitter instant and they will be throwing several events at different instance of time. So in event emitter lecture, what we have seen, using that we can emit the events and we can listen for the events. And there we have created our own events. But in this stream, we are having the events emitted which we will listen while performing necessary operation. So here I am having data event. This event is fired when there is some data available to read. Then end event. This event will be fired when there is no more data to read. Error. This event will be fired when there is any error while receiving or writing the data. And then we are having finish event, and this is fired when all the data has been flushed to underlying system. Once entire thing is completed, we will have this finish event. So similar to this, we are having multiple events, but these are most commonly used. Now let us deeply understand about readable stream, and this stream is used for read operation. Using this, we can consume the data. Suppose I am having two files, file A and file B, and from file B, I just want to read all the data into file A, then easily I can use this readable stream. So for example, consider this file system where we can read a file piece by piece by using the read stream which is provided from FS module. And this is very commonly used whenever we are having large content inside the file. Then easily using file system, we can read the data using read stream. And we have already seen streams are actually instances of event emitter class, and all the streams can emit and listen to named events. In case of readable stream, they can emit and we can listen to the events, and we are having many different events, but the most common are data and end events. Apart from this event, we are also having some important functions which we can use on streams. And in case of readable stream, we are having pipe and read function. Pipe is most commonly used, and this we are going to see later. Then next we are having writable stream, and it is used for write operation, and it is completely opposite of readable stream. Readable stream, it is used for read operation, and writable stream, it is used for write operation. So whenever we want to send the data, we have to write it somewhere. For example, if I just want to send big video file to a client, we would stream that result just like Netflix or YouTube do. And also I have shown you how the data will be shown to the clients. And in this writable stream also, we are having some events emitted which we can easily listen, and those are brain and finish. And talking about functions, we are having write function and end function. When we start with practical, then we are going to see these functions. Then third, we are having duplex stream, and this stream can be used for both read and write operation. Example is WebSocket. And WebSocket is basically just a communication channel between client and server that will be working in both the direction, and it will stay open once the connection has been established. Last type of stream is transform stream, and this is a type of duplex stream where the output is computed based on the input. And transform streams are duplex streams, so streams that are both readable and writable, which at the same time can modify or transform the data as it is read or written. And this is the example. Practically, we will see this example, but most commonly used streams are readable stream and writable stream. Now, one important point, you also make a note. So we have seen about these events, and also we have seen about these functions, and all these are used for consuming streams, which means they are already implemented, and only thing we are doing is we are consuming streams. HTTP module we have not seen, but from next lecture we will understand how to use stream inside our FS module. But once we learn HTTP, then again we are going to come back to stream, and we will understand how the data will be sent to the server and how data is received from the server. But whatever events and functions we are having, they are used for consuming streams. So Node implemented these HTTP requests and responses as streams. So they are already implemented. So easily we can consume, we can use them using the events and functions that are available for each type of stream. But we can also implement our own stream, and then we can consume them using the same events and functions. But to understand how to build apps, it is important you know how to consume streams, not really how to implement them. Because using Node, most of the things are implemented. So only thing we have to consume it rather than sitting and implementing it from scratch. And some of the advantages of using stream is memory efficiency. So it is going to process the data in chunks, and no need to load entire data in memory. Once the previous operation is done, it will simply free up the memory without loading entire data in memory. Second, time efficiency. It will start processing the data immediately, and it is suitable for large data volumes. And some of the interview questions: what are streams? What are four different types of streams? How to stream improves memory efficiency, and give an example of transform stream. In this lecture, I have explained multiple points related to streams and its types. Just create your own questions and practice, because understanding streams will make you a good Node.js developer.